my busy bees. How are you today? First of all, before we start off, I just want to tell you, please click that subscribe. Please like my video, and you also can comment your questions or anything that you want to say to me on this video. So, we're going to today make crab salmon Alfredo. It's not going to be your traditional Alfredo noodles. It will be panini noodles because we want that sauce to go all the way in those noodles and make a delicious meal for us to eat tonight. So in the pan already, I have some salmon. I seasoned it with my favorite seasonings. Um, just to give you an idea, it can be some seasoning salt, garlic and onion powder, maybe a little bit of Cajun if you want Cajun pasta. Today I did not make it spicy, but I did add some lemon pepper on here as well. And now I'm just going to let it kind of cook in the pan. I always allow my meat to cook on the skin side down first. So that is what you are looking at right now. I am letting my water boil for my noodles because that is a good idea. I'm going to throw some butter. And my salmon, just regular butter. And you can use your favorite crab for this dish. Then it can be blue crabs, whatever you feel like you want to go ahead and clean and peel out of the pan. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it. Now with the skin side down, no, skin side up, it's going to allow this other side where the meat and the flesh is to go ahead and do its thing and cook up like I want it to. Once we get this out of the pan, I'm going to go ahead and add my crab in. I don't want to add everything together at once. I want to fold it in to my pasta, if that makes sense, because I don't want everything to be mushed together because these are flaky types of meat that I'm putting in here. I don't want it to just be one big mush. I want it to be its own little individual pieces throughout the pasta. So at this point, if I was cooking salmon by itself, I would go ahead and add some lemon and some more butter in here, but I am not. I am only using the flesh part of the meat. I will not be using the skin today as well. So I'm going to go ahead, flip this back over to give you guys a look at what it looks like while it's cooking on the flesh side. And as you see, it kind of kept my seasoning on there. Although I am going to go ahead and take this meat off of the skin. So when I come back, I'll have the meat off of the skin, show you that, and then I'll show you the crab being put in the pan and what I'm going to season the crab with. All right, be right back. All right, here's the salmon cooked and de-skinned. Moving on to the crab. All right, guys, getting ready to add my panini noodles to the boiling water. All right, guys, now it's time to do the crab. I'm going to add some of this in here in my pan, and then I'm going to put the crab in. All right, so I got my butter that I showed you guys in the pan. I'm just going to let this melt a bit. There's garlic in here. I think they whip it because when it's in the refrigerator, it's really, really hard until you take it out and let it sit out, or you put it in the pan. There's many of things you can do with this garlic butter, but this is what I'm doing with it tonight to cook the crab part. There's herbs in here, like I said, garlic, and there's Parmesan, believe it or not. And it's really tasty, and you do not need to use a lot of anything with salt in it once you put this butter on your crab. And we have to remember, crab is already cooked and you don't want it to be really tough. So you have to cook this low and slow and know your stove. Okay? It smells so good. Alright, so I'm going to just start putting my crab in. Always, guys, make sure you clean your hands. Wash your hands before you start cooking. That's something that I don't show, but that is something that I do. Don't let that tear up as it cooks. Heats up, it's already cooked. And yes, I did rinse this off. This is going to be a piece that I just eat on my own. So the shell is rinsed. And I'm just going to let it cook in this butter, okay? So I'm just going to let you guys see a little bit of that, how it's cooking. And then I'll come back and show you once it's all sauteed in. And we'll move on to the next step. Hopefully the noodles will be done. So we're just letting it saute in the butter. Until it warms up a little bit. I'm not going to completely pull that apart, but these were a couple of pieces of the knuckles, so it was easier to get the crab to break up. I'm gonna add one thing into my crab. This is by choice. This is seafood, and so I wanted to have some other flavor than just the Alfredo sauce. So I am gonna add a little bit of Old Bay, just a little over the top. Okay. Just a little. I don't want too much in there. Just a little to give it a, what is that flavor on there? You know, type of thing. So that butter is all the way melted, and you can see it's getting inside of the crab here. Smells so good, guys. Alright, so I'll be back when everything sautés together and show you what it looks like before I take it out of the pan and do my sauce. And then I'll add both meats back into the sauce, and it will be ready to mix in with the panini. Alright, busy bees, I am back, and this is what the butter, garlic butter, and the little bit of Old Bay looks like on my meat, and it is done. And I'm just going to set this to the side, and we're going to get started on the Alfredo sauce. Alright guys, let's get to the sauce, which I would like to call cheat sauce. Alright, for my Alfredo sauce that I'm going to use today that's going to be cheap is Bertolli. And sometimes I use Prego, sometimes I use Ragu. It all just